Well, you watch The Walking Dead.
I know, but I don't think The Walking Dead's very scary because all the zombies look so silly.
That's true. That's actually true. The Last of Us
They
zombies
it's
are...
like they're quite overpowered.
And they're quite fast.
Real and fast,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Whereas like The Walking Dead came out, it started in like 2010 or something, so it's like kind of older, so the CGI is kind of which I like because I'm not scared of it. Whereas the Last of Us is, I watched 2 episodes and it was too scary.
We were bad, but we're gonna be good. It didn't work like I thought it would, and I resent you just a little.
Maisie Peters, thanks so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited that you're here with us right now. But if you could be anywhere in the world, okay, it's a different, like, you don't have any shows tonight, you have no plans. If you could choose one spot, where would you go and why?
Oh, what a good question.
It's just starting off like really strong.
Yeah, I love. I mean, honestly, my first answer would just be my own bed back at home, which is funny. I could go anywhere and I'm going back to my bed, but my bed is really comfortable.
Yeah.
And I would just, I'm a real bed girl as well.
So am I.
Like, I'm not really, and maybe this is because I've been living and still am living in lots of sort of like house shares with lots of other people.
Yeah.
But I'm just really a bedroom person. Like, I will be in my bed doing anything. I'll be reading, I'll be on my laptop, I'll be doing meetings. Like, I'm a real bed person, and I'm not really a sofa person.
I'm the exact same as you, so this is perfect.
Okay, great.
I invested so much money in like a duvet and blackout curtains. What's your like guilty splurge when it comes to your bedroom? Was there something that you were like, I have to have this?
Oh, I know. Okay, so my really good friend, Kate, got these Piglet bed sheets. It's a brand called Piglet. I think maybe it's British.
Okay.
But they are so comfortable, but they are so expensive. And so I did just splash out and get some, and they are so nice.
I don't care what anyone says, like having expensive bed sheets or like having what you want for your bed is top tier behavior. Yeah.
And actually, which one's the camera? Piglet UK, if you'd like to send me some more bed sheets, I would love that.
Yeah, and us too. We'd love to try them
and
as well.
also
Yes.
Sam McDaid.
Yes,
yeah,
also Sam McDaid.
We'd both like some more Piglet bed sheets, please. Thank you.
Maisie, thanks for joining us on KISS. And I know we are celebrating your album coming out, Florescence, at May 15th. Tell me about the overall vibe of this album and what you want people to know before they get to listen to it fully through.
I mean, in terms of what I want people to know, I would say I'm happy for them to know nothing. I'm happy for them to listen to every single song I've ever released. Truly, whatever way you come to find the album is perfect to me. But the album itself, I would say it is a hopeful album. I think it's warm and lighter. And I think it's sort of maybe more sincere than previous albums. And I think it's grounded.
Grounded. That's a really good word. I love that. I'm excited for everyone to hear the whole thing through. And obviously we've had sneak peeks here and there. Looking at the track list, there are definitely songs too that pique my interest and collaborations. Julia Michaels on Kingmaker. I know that's coming out soon. Tell me why you thought Julia Michaels would be the perfect fit for this one with you. And also I'm excited to hear like what this song is about.
So Julia and I actually wrote the song together.
Lovely.
Which was the last song we wrote for the album. We actually wrote it, I'd already wrapped the album, I recorded it all in Nashville and I'd wrapped that. And then Julia and I got into the studio and wrote the song Kingmaker, and then I just loved the song so much and so did she, and she said if I ever release it, she'd love to be a part of it. And so I added it to the record, and I'm so glad I did because I feel like it really makes a lot of sense and adds an energy. There's a real confidence to Kingmaker, and I really like that as a part of a sort of a texture of the record, and I feel like it sits with my regards in that way, in an interesting way. But Kingmaker is, without I guess ruining too much, it's a song about I guess power and success, and how that impacts one's romantic relationship with straight men.
Okay, I like this. Okay, so we're going to get the full experience with this one. And it's also nice to hear that, and it must be a nice feeling to have like a collaborator after you're done a little project like that, say, hey, if you're going to put this out, I want to be a part of it.
Oh yeah, dream come true. Also, Julia has been such an inspiration of mine for such a long time and is like a hero to me. And so yeah, to have her ask and even be interested in that was so cool.
Another collaboration with Marcus Mumford. So If You Let Me, it's kind of almost like genre bending, right? Because he's, more in that rock category. What made you want to collaborate with him? I know that there's a UK connection, but...
Yeah, so we actually worked a lot for this album. We wrote If You Let Me, but we also wrote Say My Name in Your Sleep together, which is the song that's already out, and a bunch of other stuff that I hope gets to see the light of day as well. Yeah. And he was just a great sounding board for me and taught me a lot about production, and is such an amazing instrumentalist. So that was so cool getting to work with him and experience his talents in that way. And so we worked a bunch for the album, and then with If You Let Me, that was actually another song we wrote where he got in touch and was like, I think this should go on the album, and I think it should be a duet. And I said, well, then would you like to do it?
Then duet with me.
Yeah, then duet with me. And so, then that also found its way onto the record, which is cool. And Marcus was a really formative part of this album, so it's cool that he has a little actual spotlight moment.
Yeah, that's awesome. I looked through all the names. There's a lot of very interesting names. Flat Earther caught my attention. Yes. This, I feel like, is a very important question to ask you to maybe tee up Flat Earther for us, because I think we need to brace ourselves.
So this is not me coming out as a Flat Earther. Let it be known.
Okay,
let it be known. Can you imagine?
I mean, like, actually, didn't you know?
That could have been a good April Fool's. But no, Flat Earther, I mean, without ruining too much, I guess. It is, I will say, it is a song about delusion, and the beauty of delusion, and I'll give you that.
I like that. I watched the music video for My Regards. You do such an amazing job acting in this music video, and then you have Amelia de Moldenberg that you worked with. What made you want to work with her as the director on the music video? And I was fully anticipating a chicken shop date in this video. Why did that not happen?
Yeah, well, Amelia and I were put in touch because I was looking for a female director for the video, and she was looking to direct more, so it was kind of fated. And we'd met once or twice before, but working with her on this was so incredible. She's such an amazing director. Yeah. She's so focused. She's really imaginative.
Creative.
And yeah, of course she is. I mean, she's a genius. And so it was so easy working with her. We had very similar taste, very similar references, and a desire to sort of make this video feel a bit more comedic, show that other side of myself, and of the record. And so, it was super easy. She was the best. Working with Benny as well, who's a legend and so funny, like one of the funniest people I've ever met. Both of them, were just stars. And I'm so lucky to have got to work with them both.
You've worked with some incredible people, like especially opening with Ed Sheeran, Coldplay, Noah Kahan, Taylor Swift, and then to see you open at Wembley Stadium. That's like one of the most iconic venues. You got to tell me a little bit about the experience of that.
So I've been lucky enough to do it a couple of times. I did it with Ed on the mathematics tour we were on, and then I did it for the Eras tour for one night only. And I mean, there's nothing like it. It's so huge, and getting to play in London means that obviously my friends and my family can come. My grandma came to the Ed show. My parents came to Taylor, and all of my friends, and my sister was in the pit. Like, it's so special getting to share those moments with those people in your life, and it's such an iconic venue. I mean, it's such a privilege to play it once, let alone 6 or 7 times. The
odd time that I've gotten to go backstage at different venues, obviously not the size and iconic levelness of Wembley, but getting to go to some of these venues and seeing signatures on the wall and pictures and cool little things. What is backstage like there? I hate to break it to you, but it's not that glamorous. No, Maisie.
Well, they're just football stadiums, so they're just football players' changing rooms.
Really?
Yeah, with big communal showers that we all get in at the same time. No, we don't. We don't. That's a joke.
Okay. Just with
that was a Christmas joke. No, but big communal showers and big empty changing rooms, and then someone will put like one sofa and one fake plant in there, and that'll be that.
Yeah. Is there anything on your rider that's interesting?
Oh my God, probably
just the
not.
sofa and plant? Or?
I mean, the sofa and the plant.
Piglet sheets.
Yeah, I wish. No, my ride is really quite boring, as is everybody's. I saw a funny Brandi Carlile excerpt from Amy Potter's podcast where she was talking about how on all of her riders she's got like, it was like nuts and like, I don't know, a Coke Zero and a banana. And she was like, they're on every single rider of mine. And obviously I don't like any of those things and I never eat them, but like they're on every single rider. And I was like, that's so true. Like the rider food, it's gotten to the point where you've eaten it so many times.
Yeah.
Are you eating it? Not really.
It's giving you
Is it
the
there
ick.
every single time? Absolutely. Will it be there forever? Absolutely.
One time at some show, you asked for a banana, and then somebody rememred that and put it on the rider every
Yeah,
time.
and I don't even like bananas.
What?
But I wish I did because they're a great source of potassium. But
They are.
you can't have everything in this life.
You can have great music, but you can't have
You
all your
can't
potassium.
have a penchant for bananas now.
I saw an Instagram post that you made about wrapping up the European leg and how it's given you even more confidence as an artist, and you felt really confident on that part of the tour. As a performer yourself, what do you look for from the crowd? What's the best thing the crowd can give you?
I mean, their attention, but I feel like when people are smiling, that's a really nice thing.
Yeah.
You know, when people are singing along and smiling. And I actually also really like it when, I obviously love it when they're looking at me and focused on me, of course, but I also really like it when I can see little groups of them singing and smiling to each other. It's such a nice thing to know that you're part of this thing they have together.
Yeah.
Like I always remember that. I remember we played Radio City and I remember seeing two girls like filming themselves, you know, with the iPhone, like with the 0.5 and like doing that and filming themselves, and they were not looking at me at all. And I loved that because it was so crazy that was, you know, I'm part of their
Core memory.
friendship in that way and their core memory.
Yeah.
And they have, you know, they wanted to make this video of them singing my lyric to each other to camera. It was like very cool. I felt like I was witnessing like my actual involvement in somebody's life, which was cool.
That's really cool. I feel like you've obviously had so much experience in performing, so this is probably a muscle that you have, but if it was me, I would be so distracted people watching and like looking at people in the front row, like what's going on there?
I definitely can be sometimes. If there's a commotion, I'm kind of like singing with an eye out.
Yeah, you're like, I'm watching you.
Yeah, I'm having a look. But no, most of the time they're all like very just smiley and sweet.
Is there a song on this record that you're very excited to perform live, that you think the crowd is going to resonate with the most or sing the loudest to?
I'm really excited to play Girls Just Flying.
Okay.
It's sort of a song about touring in some senses, or about seeing the world. It's about friendship and the people in your life that sort of lift you up.
Oh, that's nice.
And yeah, I think it will translate really well into those rooms. And I feel like it's a great song to sing again, like in a group. The actual recording has got all the choruses have gang vocals of like me and all my friends.
Oh, no way.
And I kind of very intentionally left them like that because I wanted even the recording to feel like a song you would sing with others. Like it's meant to be kind of a group experience.
I love that. So how did you go about that with their friends? Like, did you just bring them into studio and were like, just sing along with me?
Yeah, I just got, when the song was mostly done, I just went into the studio, actually with Tina, my keys player, she's one of them, and then Jenny, who's an amazing Australian producer I'm friends with in London, and then Nav, who's an amazing Kiwi writer in London, and the four of us just did a bunch of gang vocals.
That's really sweet. And that's also like forming a memory for you around that song too. Something for you. I want to get a little bit silly here and get to know Maisie Peters a little better. You know, just like serious pants are off. Well, I shouldn't say pants are off in an interview, but anyways, here we are. Maisie, if you were to open up your For You page, what are like the main videos that are attacking your constant like TikTok app? Because I feel like I one time mentioned chickens to somebody or like Googled a chicken coop that somebody had a question. And now all I have is homesteading and raising chickens from birth.
I do not have that for sure.
Yeah, I don't think that is a relatable experience, but I need to know what your For You page has.
Okay, so this is actually relevant because literally last night I was with some friends and I was like, guys, we should make this TikTok. You know, the really big one that we're all seeing right now. And I describe it and they're like, we've never seen that. Okay. And it was and we'll see if you've seen it. It was the Shawn Mendes, Camila Cabello song, I Know What You Did Last Summer. Okay. And people are doing it on like the McDonald's ordering screens, like separated by the screen.
What?
And they're like singing the Shawn Mendes, Camila Cabello parts.
That's
and
cute.
I did make one last night, obviously. But I had to describe it and nobody knew. So I'm singing a lot of those. Okay. I'm singing a lot of Slater, Crank It. I don't know if you're across that song and her Coachella performance, but I was getting a lot of Crank It as well.
Amazing. I like that it's musical. It means that you're like fully into the music world.
Big time.
And if we were trying to dive deeper and get to know you a little bit more, if you were to remove music from the equation, what would be your like number one obsession?
Probably, I'm a big reader, so it's
Yeah.
probably books is very broad. I just read the Lena Dunham memoir, and I'm obsessed with it, and I'm obsessed with girls.
Okay.
So I would say I've definitely got some girls. I also love The Walking Dead, although I'm kind of off of that right now because I got to season 8 and I dropped off.
So did I. I like fell asleep during 1 or 2 episodes too, and then I kind of lost the plot. I hate when that happens.
I know. Unfortunately, everyone said it was going to happen, and it did.
It did.
I also just can't be there. Like, obviously, a crucial character is gone now, but I cannot be there for if Rick.
Yeah,
like I
no.
can't watch that. I don't want to even know of a world without him in it.
No, I feel like The Last of Us when Pedro Pascal's character.
See, I can't watch The Last of Us. It's too scary for me.
It's too scary. Okay, yeah. Well, you watch The Walking Dead.
I know, but I don't think The Walking Dead's very scary because all the zombies look so silly.
That's true. That's actually true. The Last of Us
They
zombies
it's
are
like they're quite overpowered
and they're quite fast.
real and fast.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Whereas like The Walking Dead came out, it started in like 2010 or something. So it's like kind of older, so the CGI is kind of shit, which I like because I'm not scared of it. Whereas the Last of Us I watched 2 episodes and it was too scary.
That's fair. I feel like too with The Walking Dead, you're really good in crowds. So if you were like covered in zombie blood, you could walk through the
and
crowds.
They can't chase you, and like they can't really do anything. Like if they get you, then they get you, but like don't be gotten. You know what I mean?
In a zombie apocalypse, like where's your hideout? What are you doing? What's the game plan?
Oh my God. Well, I definitely don't think I would make a zombie apocalypse.
Come on.
No,
I think you would.
I'm a modern girl. I don't know how I'd do without like my iPhone maps, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like because I think about that, you know, once the power lines are going down.
And the street signs are down.
And the street signs are down. How do I even know where I'm going?
Which way is north?
I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know. And so once that's gone,
you just live in Wembley
left?
Stadium.
I'm just going to be running around East London, like just going in a little circle, trying to get to the Dartford crossing. And then when I get to the Dartford River crossing, what am I doing there? Like, no, I think it's over for me if there's a zombie apocalypse, but that's okay. I've had a good run.
We are so excited for the full album to drop, Maisie. I appreciate you coming in and giving us kind of like a sneak peek into it, but also into you as well.
Oh, well, thank you for having me.
Maisie Peters.